The system's possible impact on South Florida.
First Alert Chief Meteorologist Steve Weigel shows you the new track tonight. Steve?
Yeah, Kelly and Michael, it's barely a tropical depression, but it is expected to intensify to a tropical storm during the day Friday and then eventually work its way up toward Cuba, making a landfall there on the weekend and just slowly intensifying the entire time on its trek north and then eventually northwest. There's Sunday 7 a.m., so around sunrise, 60-mile-an-hour winds. Then it makes a closest approach to our area starting Sunday evening. There's 7 p.m. working its way through the lower Keys. Sunday night, there's Monday 7 p.m. starting to pull into the Gulf of Mexico. Winds around 60 to 65 miles an hour. A couple changes. The track down the middle track has shifted northeast, and we also now are back in part of the error cone out day 4 and day 5. As I said earlier, when we got out of the error cone, we're back in it. It's not really relevant. It's such a disorganized system, even 4 and 5 days from now, that some of the strongest winds and the heaviest rain are hundreds of miles away from the center. Here's a perfect example. Here's the Vipercast model. So this is Saturday, 9:30. The storm hasn't even reached Cuba yet, but there are large areas of rainfall with some pretty nasty winds embedded in these that are already working into South Florida. And then we get into Sunday, even there's Sunday 4 p.m. Now this model wants to track it a little farther to the west, but some very heavy rain developing on Sunday. Sunday night and early Monday, that's when I expect the peak winds and rainfall here. And our probability of seeing tropical storm force winds at 40 miles an hour stronger, that would be almost 30% now for Palm Beach County, and these numbers will continue to climb. Our rainfall totals could exceed 6 to 8 inches in the next 6 to 7 days. That would cause a significant flooding issue, and we'll see some of that develop a later weekend and early next week. The computer model tracks starting to come into a little bit better agreement. So here's the timeline. Saturday, it's going to be a mess out there. Rain squalls, some gusty winds like we've seen lately, 25, 30-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Into late Sunday through the overnight hours on Monday, that's peak winds and rain. The winds could approach tropical storm force. More than likely, we'll see a tropical storm watch issued maybe later tomorrow or early on Saturday, but sometime as a storm approaches, and flooding will be an issue here too. We'll talk more about the storm and what we can expect through the weekend coming up.